Good day, you're onto the program Voices with Comrade Ibadan John. And today on Voices, I will be talking about lessons from Ocean election. The popular Ocean election has come and gone, but it has left a lot of stories. We saw the incumbent Governor Oyetola, who feels that he had done so much for the good people of Osun State, and he decided to go for a second tenure. And we saw Senator Ademola Adeleke, a man who felt that the incumbent governor had not done what was expected of him, and he decided to challenge the incumbent governor. And today, the result was announced that Senator Ademola Adeleke had won the election. And what does this tell us? This tells us something very germane, something very instructive, and something very powerful. And what is that thing that this result is telling us? It's simply telling us that the minority can always have their say, but the majority will always have their way. Who are the minority in this case? The minority happens to be what we call the cabal in Nigeria, the cabal that cannot be touched, the cabal that can make things happen, the cabal that can enforce every form of rules and regulations to the detriment of their own peace and happiness. But we saw the ordinary people who happen to be in the majority. They said, no, enough is enough. This is what we want, and we are going to stand by it. At the end of the day, we saw them support the PDP, and the PDP eventually arrived as the winners of the Osun election. What second lesson can we draw from this? The second lesson we can draw from this is the forthcoming election of the 2023. We have four major political parties, even though there are so many other political parties. We have the PDP, the APC, the NNPP, and the Labour Party. And they have very credible candidates who are all Nigerians and eligible to vote and be voted for. Who amongst them are you going to support? For you to choose anyone you are going to support, Comrade Ibadan John is saying, do not vote based on sentiment or based on religion or based on some kinds of thought or some kinds of financial gratification. All I expect you to do is to act like the Osun people who voted for their consciences, who ensured that their conscience was not bought over, but they followed what they needed to follow because they understood that injustice to one is injustice to all, and all they needed at this defining moment of our national life is a government that will care for them, because after all, democracy is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people, and not a government of the few, by the few, and for the few, or a government of cabal, by cabals, and for cabals. And this trend can also change in 2023, and I wish and I hope that every Nigerian will go and cast his vote in 2023 so that we can have a nation we can all be proud of, that will be devoid of insecurity, that will be devoid of hardship, that will be devoid of economic collapse, but will be filled with every beautiful thing in life, because Nigerians have both the material and human resource to ensure that this comes to the front burner. And as we do this, we will be able to lift our country out of the quagmire of pains and out of the quagmire of poverty, because all that's ever been, all that is, and all that will ever be is a function of our mind power given to us by the Creator to make our society a better place to live. I am Comrade Ibadan John, bringing you the program Voices on Sunday nights.